Hello, everyone. Avery here, Southern Fried Knowledge. The following story you're about to see is true. It's based on truth. The first part of it is all true, as told with the assistance of AI to go back because I didn't capture all these things on film as they were actually happening. But everything I said that the neighbors did to me and my house are true. Nothing made up about it. I told it with AI. The end of the story, maybe that was enhanced to what would be a happy ending for this situation, because I don't know. And I'd appreciate if y'all leave some comments and tell me what y'all think should happen with these neighbors that actually did these things that I said. There was 3 incidences that was mentioned in this video and shown. More things than this happen, but this is exactly how this bunch of neighbors acts. They're the worst group of maggot-eating assholes I've ever seen, ever lived next to. I wish I could have them moved to somewhere. But anyway, watch this video. It's an interesting little watch, I think. Like I said, it's all true. I'm not making this crap up. You can't make this up, folks. Enjoy. Thanks for watching.
Here's a tale that sounds too wild to be true. But trust me, it's inspired by actual events. This is the story of an old man named Avery, who used to live in a perfectly pleasant, quiet neighborhood life. Was good, that is, until about 5 years ago, when the absolute worst neighbors in the entire world moved in right next door. Now, the house next door was a single-family home, but for some reason, it seemed like about 50 people were living there. It was packed. But, honestly, the number of people wasn't even the worst part. For 5 long years, they threw massive parties nearly every single weekend, inviting all their friends and their friends' friends. They'd blast the most terrible, ear-splitting music you've ever heard, and it wouldn't stop until well after midnight. The aftermath was always a disaster. Avery would wake up to find broken beer bottles scattered across his pristine lawn. Their kids treated his yard like a personal junkyard, leaving a trail of broken toys everywhere. And the trash. Oh, the trash. They'd just leave all sorts of garbage right in Avery's yard. Every single time Avery wanted to mow his grass, he had to go on a treasure hunt first, picking up all the junk his neighbors had so generously gifted him. Sometimes, the noise and the drunken chaos got so out of hand that Avery had no choice but to call the police, just to get a few hours of peace and quiet. And that's when things took a turn from merely annoying to genuinely frightening. Once, the day after he'd called the cops, Avery was heading out to his truck. He noticed something strange hanging down from underneath. He stooped down to get a better look. Someone had intentionally disconnected his radiator hose, pulling it completely loose from the engine. If he hadn't noticed, his engine would have been destroyed. Another time, again, the day after calling the police to break up another one of their wild parties, Avery got into his van to run some errands. As he drove down the road, the front end started shaking violently. He pulled over immediately, his heart pounding. He got out and looked. All the lug nuts on both of his front wheels were dangerously loose, just barely hanging onto the studs. A few more feet and the wheels could have flown right off while he was driving. But the final straw, the thing that truly crossed the line, was a doozy. A few days earlier, one of the 50 neighbors had decided to park his truck right on the edge of Avery's yard. He spent hours washing it, buffing it, making it shine, and then he just left it there, parked on Avery's property. Later that same day, Avery went out to mow his lawn and use his mower to sweep up some fallen leaves. It was a dusty job on a windy day. Naturally, some of that dust and debris ended up on the neighbor's freshly polished truck. Avery wasn't trying to cause trouble. He didn't aim the dust at the truck, but he couldn't control the wind. Now, fast forward a few days, Avery decided he wanted to grill out on his back porch. He had just recently refilled the propane tank for his grill, so he knew it was full. He walked out, turned the main valve on the tank, opened one of the burner valves on the grill, and clicked the igniter switch. Whoosh! A massive fireball erupted from the grill, scorching the air and singing his eyebrows. Avery jumped back, stunned. Once the flames died down, he cautiously inspected the grill and discovered the horrifying truth. Someone had deliberately opened 2 of the 6 burner valves all the way, and had also left the main tank valve cracked just enough for propane to leak out slowly. The grill had been filling with gas for days. His newly filled propane tank was now almost completely empty. Avery was furious, but more than that, he was terrified. He could have been seriously injured, or even killed. His entire house could have gone up in flames. He knew, deep down, it had to be his neighbor, furious about a little dust on his precious truck. What was he supposed to do? He could call the police again, but he had no concrete proof. It was his word against theirs. A darker thought crossed his mind. Should he call immigration services? With that many people crammed into one house, surely some of them weren't there legally. They were committing criminal acts against him, but without proof, his hands were tied. But then, later that very night, as Avery slept fitfully and the evil neighbor slept soundly, something incredible happened. A little thing called karma decided to intervene. A strange object appeared in the dark night sky. It was large, flashing, and it came to a silent stop, hovering directly over the Bat Neighbor's house. It was an alien spacecraft. Suddenly, an intensely bright, white beam of light shot down from the craft, completely enveloping the house next door. The house began to shake violently, but there was no sound, no screaming, no crashing. Just a silent, airy beep, and then the entire house, with all 50 bad neighbors sleeping inside, began to lift off the ground. It was being sucked up, silently and completely, into the belly of the spaceship. Even their fleet of cars, trucks, and minivans, everything associated with them, was pulled up into the light. In a matter of seconds, it was all gone. The lot was empty, as if they had never even been there. And then, an even stranger thing happened. The brilliant white light that had sucked everything up suddenly changed color, shifting to a vibrant, glowing purple, and something started coming back out of the alien craft. It seems the white light sucks stuff up, and the purple light blows stuff out. You are not going to believe what came down in that purple light. Right where the House of Horrors once stood, a brand new putt-putt course materialized. And not just any putt-putt course. This was the most magnificent, mind-blowing miniature golf course the world had ever seen. It was themed with two of Avery's absolute favorite things in the world: dragons and guitars. There were fire-breathing dragons holding flying Vs, and giant Fender Stratocasters as obstacles. Then, a little green alien zapped himself down in the purple beam, holding a small envelope in his tiny, three-fingered hand. He scurried over to Avery's mailbox, popped the envelope inside, turned it out and ran back to the purple light, and zapped back up to his ship. With a final, silent whoosh, the craft shot off into the vastness of outer space. So, what was in the envelope, you ask? The little green alien had left the official deed to the property in the brand new putt-putt course next door. It was all legally Avery's, for all eternity, for him to play whenever he wanted. But wait, what about the bad neighbors? Oh, those little green guys had a wonderfully wicked sense of humor. They took those worthless party animals and all their junk and transported them light years away to a remote, desolate planet. A planet where it rained constantly, and on the rare days it wasn't raining, the temperature was well below freezing. Oh, and this planet was also inhabited by giant T-Rex dinosaurs, and these particular dinosaurs had a very specific appetite. They absolutely loved to eat bad neighbors. To top it all off, these dinosaurs also loved to listen to really, really bad music. And they played it louder than any music had ever been played before, 24/7. Now, I don't know about you, but that sure sounds like a happy ending to me. Avery may never know for sure what happened to his horrible neighbors, but he certainly gets to live and play mini-golf. Happily ever after, the end. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.